Hi there.
Hi.
I'm Tish.
I'm Lily.
And together we are
Haunted Housewives.
And we are coming to you today to give you 2 reasons why you should visit
West Alexander. Wait, let's start. 3, 2, 1. West Alexander Scare Fair. Thank you for joining me.
I just can't. West Alexander Scare Fair in West Alexander, Pennsylvania, close to the West Virginia border, about as far southwest in Pennsylvania as you can get. But West Alexander Scare Fair is in its 12th year, 13th year. It's a relatively young haunt at a fairground. Mm-hmm. Which tells you something about what you're going to get when you go there.
Yes.
As far as the environment is concerned, mm-hmm. as far as the feel of the place, mm-hmm. it's a fairground. Right. It's fun.
Yes.
And creepy. Again, if you're one of those people like me who loves creepy carnivals, creepy mm-hmm. circuses.
Definitely the feel there.
100%. Mm-hmm. We knew the second that we drove up to the fairground and saw a pair of clowns in a golf cart doing.
It's like the first thing we saw, like these clowns just driving the golf cart, we're straight face, like what?
Why? Because you're at Scare Fair.
Mm-hmm.
So we each have 2 reasons why you should visit West Alexander Scare Fair. Mm-hmm. Lily, kick us off.
Okay. So one of my reasons is if you like clowns or don't, or this clown scare you when you want to be scared, because that's legitimate. I feel like people underestimate the amount. Like, I want to be scared, but anyway, that's not about this haunt.
Clowns are an uncanny valley thing. They look human, but they're not quite human. You don't know what's under all the paint.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and they have a lot of them there. They have a whole barn full of clowns, plus clowns outside driving golf carts and carrying signs pointing at you saying your food.
Yes. Yes, we do in fact have a picture of a clown following Lily around with an arrow that says food. Food.
Kind of stuff you find there.
If you are a fan of Pennywise, Art the Clown, Twisty from American Horror Story, this is the place of your nightmares.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
because absolutely the entire last building is wall-to-wall clowns. They'll follow you, they'll jump out at you, they'll harass you, they'll talk to you, they'll make fun of you.
Yeah,
so many
there's
clowns.
even clown animatronics in there.
There are clown animatronics in there. There's which leads into one of my reasons why you should go to West Alexander Scare Fair, and that is the props and animatronics. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is, again,
very cool. Mm-hmm.
This is a haunted attraction at a fairground. They have to put it up 10 days, 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh, yeah, because they're typically just October. Yeah. Just a few weekends in October.
And then they have to take it down immediately afterward. Mm-hmm. So you might not expect super elaborate props and animatronics. Mm-hmm. This place loves props and animatronics.
Yes.
You're going to see a bunch of stuff here that you might not expect to see, including a lot of...
Hugely surprising.
Yeah, including a lot of clown animatronics, alien animatronics, possessed children animatronics.
Ew.
They do so much with their props and their set. Mm-hmm.
This is definitely one of the ones that's really hard to tell what it is.
Oh my gosh, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, if you're walking through wondering, proper actor.
Our favorite game.
Proper actor. Our success rate there is not great.
No. Because honestly, when it actually ends up being a prop, there's an actor right
behind.
Yeah.
Or
waiting
over
to
there.
Scare us. Or, up there.
And I think that's one reason that they do what they do. They layer the scares so that you are distracted. You're paying attention to, the prop going off, and you don't see the actor, right behind it. But they have a lot of really cool stuff out in these barns.
Yes.
And I think it's now 7 barns and exhibition halls altogether. They've grown since we started going there.
You kind of walk the path and go from barn to barn.
And there's always something. There's something in the stalls. There's something along the path. But surprisingly elaborate stuff.
Yes. You wouldn't think by how it looks. Like when you pull up and you're just like, oh, it's all these like buildings and barns and there's little pathways. You walk through it. It doesn't look like what it actually is until you get inside.
You don't imagine that you're going to be looking up at some sort of animatronic doing this. You don't imagine that you will encounter these gigantic alien props. And they're all sort of related to a storyline that was developed a few years back. We'll get to the storyline. We'll get to that. But there's just a ton of stuff to see there. There's a lot of eye candy that you might not anticipate at a fairground haunted attraction.
Yep.
So that's my reason.
Okay. So my number 2 reason is if you like weird shit. I feel like maybe I should elaborate. Because
Lily, do tell.
So,
what do you mean?
So I feel like the idea of weird shit is spread throughout the haunt, but when you first walk in and you're walking through the line, there are objects and I don't what else. What are they called? I don't know.
Oddities,
things, items, oddities,
curiosities.
Yes. Oh my gosh, why didn't I remember that words? And they're funny, and they're like things from different movies and places and weird combinations of animals. And it is, if you like to go to museums and to look at the weird shit, and I know there's lots of like weird museums around with like all the oddities. This will absolutely scratch that itch. There are so many there. It's really funny and just weird and cool to look at. So I don't know that that's anywhere else. So
it's the entrance to a haunt.
Yeah.
It's the entrance.
Yeah.
They've designed the entrance to the haunt so that you're walking through this
you have to get ready for.
museum of oddities and curiosities, and you have a lot of stuff to look at, to distract you, to prepare you for what's ahead. And it doesn't end there.
No.
It's
not at all.
End-to-end weirdness.
You will continue to see the weirdness throughout the buildings. If you look closely, if you run through, you're going to miss some.
Even if you don't, though. I mean, clowns in a golf cart.
Yeah, that's true.
Clowns in a golf cart.
That's true.
Weird. It's all weird. I would say, and this kind of piggybacks on that.
We're from corporate America. We say things like that piggybacks.
Let's circle back. Think outside the box. Yeah. You can tell that in our real lives, we leverage terminology like this and create a synthesis with. I'm scaring myself now. So, my reason to visit West Alexander Scare Fair is the sense of humor.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
funny.
So funny.
End to end,
like
funny.
Yeah.
There is really sharp wit behind all of this stuff. Like, if you go through the Museum of Oddities and Curiosities, you'll see things that you would expect to see. There's taxidermied animals, and there's canoptic jars, and there's a little sarcophagus, and there's a haunted dollhouse. Really great haunted dollhouse. Gorgeous haunted dollhouse.
So
but there's
beautiful.
also, a tribble.
Yeah.
There's a killer Roomba. There's
The mixer
Is that
Jeffrey Dahmer's
KitchenAid mixer. Ed Gein's fabric scissors.
Yeah. This is, yeah.
So if you're looking for like dark humor, very pointed dark humor, it starts there and it continues. And it goes with kind of the story behind the haunt. Because the idea is that Dr. Joe Bob, the redneck mad scientist, ripped a hole in the space-time continuum. Aliens came through, infected a whole circus full of clowns with this alien virus. He has continued to do experiments on the clowns and the aliens.
Himself.
There
were
at this
problems
point.
this year.
Yeah, it was
He
bad.
had some, yeah.
It was bad. He had some work done and not in a good way.
Yeah.
But it's really funny. There's a very sharp sense of humor the whole way through. You walk through this one barn, for example, and it's dark and it's scary and it's sort of this cannibal slaughterhouse where the farmer is doing terrible things to people, and in the very last stall there's a cow on its hind legs that leans over and goes moo. and you know, it will follow you going moo. Moo. It's just weird, funny stuff. And this is a place that understands that like horror and humor are just, they're side by side. I mean, if you ever follow us through a haunted attraction, you'll notice that I will guffaw my way. I will laugh the whole way through the haunt. Even when I'm scared.
Yeah.
And it's just
it's
right
like scream,
there.
laugh.
And this is a scream, laugh place.
Yeah.
Because, again, you can't tell what's a prop and what's an actor.
Right.
They're really good at jumping out at you. And they'll engage with you. They'll talk with you. They'll tell you jokes. They'll follow you around. They'll make fun of you. Scare Fair takes that notion of being a haunted attraction at a fairground and infuses it with all this humor and energy so that the whole way through you're laughing and shrieking and the ideas behind it are smart and funny and creepy and you can see it.
Yep.
It's right there. And this is also a haunt that I think is growing every year.
Yes. I feel like that too. Yeah. Definitely.
They've gotten more elaborate, more carefully designed. They're thinking more about what they want to do. They've added escape rooms. There's just a lot to do here, and it's a lot of fun.
Yes. And it's one of the ones where you can buy a ticket where you can keep going through. So if you have somebody who's scared, you want to kind of get used to it. I don't know.
One of our earliest experiences, we watched a mother and son, and the son wanted to go through again, and the mother was like, "I'm done.
Nope.
I'm not not doing that again." But it's a great idea because you can catch details you didn't catch the first time. Or, you know, you can face your fears. You can confront the stuff that scared you and get comfortable with it. But this is a bunch of people who clearly just enjoy what they're doing. They're having a ton of fun doing it. So, if you like clowns,
weird shit, oddities and curiosities,
humor, and a place that has like a shocking number of animatronics and props and keeps getting more elaborate every year. Check out West Alexander Scare Fair. You will walk out with a smile on your face. It is.
Put it on your list for next year.
Next year. And we will see you. We'll probably still be stuck in the clown barn. We will probably still be stuck in the clown barn. So we will see you there. And we will be back with more reasons to visit more haunted attractions. Bye.
Bye.